Daniel.
Eddie, hi.
We'll get to the game in due course, but congratulations. I'm sure you've already probably had to say how you felt when it was confirmed earlier on for about 18 times, probably in your post-match, but just give us your thoughts. Probably didn't expect it yesterday. You said you expected Brentford and Swansea to win. It didn't happen. Just give us your thoughts when the news came through earlier and just try and assess the scale of the achievement for your team.
Yes, if I'm honest, it was a bit of surprise that both opponents, and also Watford, dropped points today. And of course, the lads were buzzing this afternoon when the news came in. We were in our normal processes. We had training this morning. We were then in the hotel, and pretty spontaneous. In the last 5 minutes, everyone came from their rooms and came together and watched the last 5 minutes. And I have to say, it was I think the last seconds of the Swansea game was probably the game where I was the most nervous during the whole season. If I'm honest, my hands were really sweating, and in the moment when it was confirmed, it was a great moment, because it's like a great relief and a great joy, and you feel lots of pride, and also great atmosphere together with the lads. The lads were buzzing, and for that, of course, today we wanted also to win this football game. In the first moment when we turned back to the dressing room with the loss, you are a bit disappointed, but I have to say no one can take my good mood away tonight. So we are promoted. It's an unbelievable achievement for the club, and like I mentioned before, so in the last years, not one team who was relegated was able to be there with direct promotion anyhow. So many of the likes like Sunderland or Hull are not even allowed to play on championship level anymore, or struggling on the wrong end of the championship table, and that we were able to bounce back straight away with such a fantastic season is outstanding. And you can't praise the lads enough for this consistency and this performances, especially under this strange circumstances, playing in empty stadiums in a shorter period of time and without a summer break, and also with a disappointment of relegation last season. So the lads were fantastic, and they deserve all the praise. And for that, they are also allowed tonight to celebrate a bit.
I mean, you've talked about comparing the two achievements, this one and 2 seasons ago. But is this a bigger one? Because, as you say, 2 seasons ago, you were the surprise package. Really, nobody before that season started probably felt outside the club that you could do that. But this time around, that clearly wasn't the case. The expectation was on you. Does this feel now like a bigger achievement?
I have to say, perhaps the first one was more important for the club because it gave us a chance to grow quicker than expected. Yeah, of course, we're not prepared as a club to go back to Premier League level, but this has allowed us also to sort all the financial problems out, to invest in the infrastructure, in the academy, to extend the contracts of our young players, and to grow quicker as expected as a club. And for that, we use this Premier League season also to invest in the mid and the long-term future of the club. It didn't help us in last season on Premier League level. Yeah, of course, it would have been a bit easier and perhaps also possible to spend £10 million for a striker or defender would have made my life a bit easier. But I totally backed the decision because it was definitely the right decision. Because we are a self-funding club and we can't spend £1 million where you have a guarantee, or more or less at least a little bit of guarantee that you are competitive anyhow on Premier League level. For that, we used this Premier League season in a pretty smart way, and are in a really healthy position meanwhile as a club. And for that, I think the first one was perhaps for the development of the club even a bit more important. But I have to say, it feels like the second one was more difficult because to swim against the tide and to change the mentality of losing games on Premier League level right now to winning mentality and title winning mentality, and to show this consistency again, and also to accept the label you are the favorite in each and every team, and each and every team is highly motivated against the Norwich City who played last season on Premier League level, who is in top of the league. So it was more difficult than 2 years ago, and for that it feels I'm perhaps even a bit more proud of what we have achieved, because it's a great achievement for the club.
I mean, there'll be plenty of time to talk about Premier League planning, but do you feel at this stage the club goes back in a stronger position to be more competitive on the pitch maybe next season than obviously 2 seasons ago?
Yes, we're definitely in a much better prepared, a much better position next season. It will still be for a club like us. We are the only self-funding club on this level. Yeah, we can't spend millions of pounds, 100 million, anyhow, to invest in our team. So it will always be difficult, especially the first year after promotion, to stay on this level. It will be an unbelievable hard task. But I labeled it 2 years ago. We need a miracle in order to stay there, and this is not what we need during the season. We need just unbelievable hard work and a great effort, and it will still be a great challenge, a great task to survive and to stay in this league. But I got the feeling so right now we're much better prepared as a club and also as a group of players, as a team. And yeah, we will try everything also to be allowed to stay another year then on the top level.
Just a couple more if I can, actually, on the game. I mean, you said nothing could take away your good mood, but I have to ask you about that red card. What did you make of it? We could hear what you made of it in the game. Is that still your opinion?
I don't want to talk too much about the referee. I want to speak about my players, and this was another proof why I love this team so much, because you could have reckoned, okay, after promotion, the afternoon, everyone is buzzing, not so concentrated and focused, and we started unbelievable sharp, unbelievable greedy, really with team spirit, with fighting spirit against a really good side. I got the feeling so the first 20 minutes we were all over them, although Bournemouth is in really good shape, and we scored a fantastic goal, and my feeling was 11 against 11 would have been, with all respect, but a pretty long night for Bournemouth. And then, of course, yeah, the red card changed the whole momentum. And I was even pleased with our reaction, because we stick together. We digged in the first half. We didn't allow them to have one chance anyhow. And the second half, also like the situations were then, yeah, also unbelievably unlucky. The first goal, the equalizer, 2-time deflected ball from Andrew, then from Tim's leg. And then the linesman was also, with the offside decision in the end, he was overruled. I'm not sure, perhaps by VAR already. So perhaps we should get used already for the Premier League decisions. I think it was in the end probably no offside, so right decision. But anyhow, strange that the linesman was overruled. However, the 2-1, yeah, then Juma 2 times he wins a 50-50 duel. The ball bounced in front of his feet, and then he's there with his goal of the season. Anyhow, fantastic strike. And the third goal, when you watch it back, Danjuma was 3 yards in offside before Kelly scored. So also difficult decisions. Then in Underload to accept these decisions and to keep going. My lads tried everything till the end and showed great commitment. And then you also have to accept it's sport. You have to show some class and also say congratulations to Bournemouth. You have to accept the loss today. It's also really, really good side, and they were able to use their chances. But again, for me, it was another proof that this team totally deserves to be in this position, and I'm absolutely happy with what my lads have delivered today, although we lost this game.
Final one from me. Obviously, when the dust settles, Watford here on Tuesday night, you win that game, you're the champions. That's going to be all the motivation you'll need to get these boys ready for that, won't it?
That's right. I have to say the Tuesday game will be a bit difficult, yeah, because we were totally focused and concentrated and perfectly prepared for this game. And right now, yeah, after promotion, we also have to allow a little bit celebrations. Yeah, we had a tough game today where we played for 70 or 80 minutes in Underload. We have a few hours less to rest in comparison to Watford. And yeah, of course, also like it would be perfect right now to send them straight to bed and to recover. But I have to allow also a bit of celebration. And if you don't allow this, if you don't value and also enjoy what you have achieved, then at any point you will lose the motivation. So for that, it's also important to value and to celebrate promotion, because that's the most important topic. And but we will also try everything in order to dig in on Tuesday in order to be there with a good result. And if it doesn't work on Tuesday, then in the 3 games that will follow, we will try everything also to crown ourselves and also to win the title. Yes.
Well done for the achievement, Daniel. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
I will. Thank you.
Daniel, congratulations on the promotion, and sorry to make you look too far ahead when you're probably still taking in everything that's happened today. But I just wonder, what do you learn and take from the last season you had in the Premier League? What will have to be different next year, do you think?
It's difficult right now to be too much in an analyzing mood. So the main topic is like I mentioned before. So we are much better prepared as a club right now. So we don't have to invest in the infrastructure again. We don't have to invest in the academy. We don't have to invest in order to sort our financial problems out. We don't have to invest in order to extend the contracts of our young lads. So right now we can also invest a little bit in order to add some quality. And we have also a much better prepared group of players right now. Yeah, because last season the only player who had Premier League experience was Alexander Tete. Right now we have a group of players who have at least one season on this level already. So I got the feeling as a group we are much better. As a club we are much better prepared. As a group we are much better prepared. And of course then we have to be spot on also in the planning, because it will always be a bit difficult for a self-funding club on this level. But we want to be there with some good decisions also on the transfer market, and then we try to work our socks off to give it a go, and also to stay on this level. And that's the main topic.
I think as well, when I think about when you came up last time, people spoke about how much you did or didn't spend. Does it feel like a bit of a vindication maybe when things turn out exactly how the club had planned?
Yes, it was another proof why the decision 2 years ago were right. Yeah, of course, it was also for me, not as a head coach, not the easiest decision. Yeah, I would have loved that the club buys a defender for £10 million or a striker for £10 million. It would have been possible, if I'm honest. But then it wouldn't have been possible to sort all the financial problems out, to invest in the infrastructure or in the academy. And for that, I totally backed and accepted this decision, because my feeling was for the mid and the long term future of the club, it was unbelievably important. It was completely the right decision. Didn't help out that much last season. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, but in this moment, you don't have to. Or for me, it was important not to be selfish anyhow. Also to back the club, because it was totally the right decision. And this is also the proof right now. The return back to the Premier League, that it was totally the right decision. Yes, and right now we are in a better position. Right now we can also try to invest a bit more, spend a bit more in order to be competitive. And it will still be an unbelievably difficult task. We will still be the big underdog on this level. But I got the feeling, so if everything is also spot on, and we have also a bit of luck in terms of injuries next season, then we have also a chance to survive on this level.
Daniel, congratulations.
Thank you.
To climb Everest once is a great achievement. To climb it twice is extraordinary. Is this your finest hour as a manager?
Yes, I have to say it's pretty close to this. I think James Hornes said it. A really good team is a team who wins a title 2 times, and this is what we have done now. We haven't won the title so far, but 2 times promotion is like winning a title, and we still have a chance also to lift some silverware in the end. It's a sign of quality, because quality is always defined by performance over a long-term period, and not one good week or one good game or perhaps one good season. It's always like you have to deliver with consistency, and for that, it feels even a bit sweeter for me, this promotion, because I know it was even a bit more difficult also to handle also the burden of a favorite anyhow, and I'm pretty pleased with this bounce back, and for that we're all in good mood.
Hi Daniel, congratulations. Just before you came into the press conference, the microphone was actually on and we could hear some crazy celebrations happening amongst the players. Just wanted to know exactly how they were feeling, how the celebrations were, and how you're feeling and how your celebrations were.
Sadly, I can't judge it 100% correct, because I had to do all the media stuff and were involved in many interviews. For that, I was not able to be at the same time in the dressing room and to celebrate with them. But I'm looking forward to see them again pretty soon. And of course, they are buzzing. At the first moment when you come back to a dressing room with a loss, you're a bit disappointed. But actually, so the big achievement today, what they have done, and they deserve all the celebration, all the praise, and they're allowed to celebrate tonight. I hope they won't be able to celebrate too long, because I'm meanwhile too old for a long celebration. I'm looking forward to sit on my sofa this night, because it was a pretty long day. But I guess I have to stick a little bit with them and spend some time with them, and at any point, hopefully, I can sneak a bit away. But of course, they deserve the celebration and need to celebrate, and it will be a really good night tonight.